Version 2 here, back doing a Let's Play, and start a Let's Play of Assassin's Creed 3. And I created one, where I made one before, which is the reason why you see one called Let's Play. It's because I used my other phone, but it didn't look all that great, and you couldn't hear my voice at all, or the gameplay was like distorted. So I'm gonna delete this one, make another one with the same name. This. With the same name. I'll call it Let's Play this time.
Used to be when people talked about
No,
the
stop
end of the
talking.
world, we locked them up or laughed them off. Sometimes both, but we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his
By the way, I'm using my phone.
He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found. All of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group. The same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars. As the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years. Even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him, however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
Alright, like I said, this for me a Let's Play. I'm not doing this Let's Play. I'm doing this Let's Play for fun, basically, because this is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games, next to Black Flag. So, this game's really fun for me. Like most YouTubers play games that are popular, I'm playing a game that I like.
We're here. Let's go.
let's just say Assassin's Creed is a long game. It's a game with a lot of story, and this one's no different. This game has a lot of story in it. And that's why I love it. That's why I love all the Assassin's Creed games, because I'm a person that likes to play games that have a very deep story. Assassin's Creed is definitely one of them. Like Assassin's Creed 2 with Ezio had a deep story. And they definitely keep it going.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Hopefully you guys can see okay. This phone records on 1080p, so hopefully it's pretty good. My other phone didn't really record on 1080p like it was supposed to. This first part's gonna be mainly cutscenes.
I think we're here.
Not quite Metal Gear's cutscenes, but they are relatively not long, but they're not that short. Well, Metal Gear is like a story, just with the cutscenes. There's a long cutscene too now.
Son?
Sir. Here we go again.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. There's no idea where it is, though. Guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While
It
you
starts
were
with tutorials.
visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do
simple. Walk to the marker over there.
I hate tutorials in games, but at least this one's not as tutorial heavy. Only in the beginning here.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects. Free run your way through this little obstacle course.
There's not really much to say, it's just
That's a
tutorials.
constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. Alright, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
One Templar down and kill this next one. Here's like that, and miss. Well, I can't do it anymore, so.
All you have to do here is jump the gap.
You're supposed to jump on that thing and stay on that other one. And here, jump the gap. Basically means you gotta jump. Then here, on the windowsill. And coming up is one of my favorite cutscenes in the whole game, just by the way it looks. So, you ready for it?
Synchronization levels look good now. You should be able to build a world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Just walking around. I love this guy because he's British. That's what he looks like. You'll see what he looks like.
Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
This opera house that we're going to, I swear, it has... You're gonna see what Assassin's Creed brings. The Deadly Performance Sequence 1, Episode 1.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
And as you can guess, this game is about the, like, World Wars. So it has the Battle of Bunker Hill in it and all that.
You are requested to kindly find
It takes
your
place in
seat.
Boston, New York, and... well, Boston and New York mainly.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
My apologies.
I mean, look how beautiful that looks. You're gonna see what he is now.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him? stairs are watched. We'll need to find another way up.
So is mine. Like me too, he accidentally doubled the
I already have.
both against road and fought.
Basically, I have to assassinate that guy.
Since we live by him. So, that's more that thick word of trail comes on in the afternoon. And she hopes you will order Maggie so as to bring her off.
My apologies.
Very active and industrious. You may satisfy
No, I can't climb right over it. I have to go around, and for the camera to... I always hate that part because the camera is just like, it's stuck right there.
I told him what would come to if he did not mend his hand. This is death without
I climb to the balcony. Apparently nobody can see me doing this because they're focused on the opera.
40 pounds. Let Betty Slido, I'll save her from transportation.
Apparently they don't see me here, and nobody does. Not even the people across the way sees me.
And in truth, it's a pity to lose so good a customer.
Get a room.
If none of the gang take her on, she may, in the common course of business, live at 12 months longer. I love to let women stay. A good sportsman always lets the end of our women's life with the free the game depends on.
Let's try to figure out how I'm going to get over there.
Law allows us no reward.
If I'm just
There's nothing to
going on this side.
except our wives. We don't dispute she is a fine.
You're about to find out.
Was to her I was obliged to provide education.
Now you're going to see one of the things I hate about this game. No, this is the only thing I hate about this game. Is the fact of this. When you pick locks, it's so... This one's not as hard, but it's so unforgiving. You have to find the right tension, and then you have to locate it, and then see what I mean? You have to you gotta make sure your fingers don't move at all. Good thing it just stays the same, so you can do it right away. See? That one only took like 2 times, but the other ones take like 10 to 15. Apparently they can't hear that.
Perhaps we'll just have to show it.
I'll make haste and you, big boy. And let your friends know where I intend. Well, I love to make them easy one way or other. When a gentleman is long...
There you go.
Hey, you should have come to me. You would have found another way. Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. And am I.
I love the way the fact it does this with this kid. And he's trying to stay quiet that he just killed. But he also walks out like a badass. As you can tell.
Come, please! Over there! That man there! Seize him! The man was killed! I've done no wrong! I saw him!
I'm the only guy that looks completely different, and yet they don't pay me any mind.
His friends, there is no danger!
Apparently I can't get through these people. Come on, let me move. Oh, duh.
Order! We must have order!
I've played this game how many times? I keep on forgetting that. See, let's play curse.
Peace, friends, there is no danger! Peace,
We're
friends,
happy,
there
right?
is no danger!
It happened right at that juncture. What are those men doing?
Move! Move! Imbeciles!
Excuse me.
Where are you going?
I'll search it over here. You search down there.
Find anyone, give a shout.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that to be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge, perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first?
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is.
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
Fresh air might do me good.
That would be the first part, and the second part, we'll find that. We'll find out what's happening on this ship. Peace, guys.